Well, hello everyone, I am Fracture, and this is Let's Play Dragon Age Origins on the PC. And I'd like to introduce you again to Ariadne. Well, I've had a look around. I bought my low-cost backpack. Now let's go and talk with Duncan and see what's to happen next.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
I'm not sure. I'm ready to begin the joining ritual.
Then you will need to locate Alistair and tell him it is time.
Okay.
I'm not certain where he went off to. Knowing him, I'm not sure I want to know.
Alright, Alistair. Oh, actually, it has been a while, but I think Alistair was up here, was he not? And if you're wondering why I have a level up pending, it's because I have a point there I don't want to spend as of yet. I am aware it's flashing away there, though.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Which manner should I harass
I was
you?
harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Actually, one of the things that you don't get to see playing a human is the sort of racism that goes on between the different races, as opposed to the racism that goes on between the different colors. But that's actually kind of an interesting aspect of the game that I'm afraid we're going to miss out on, playing a human. You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. Let's start with this. You are a very strange man.
You're not the first woman to tell me that.
As that, I'm
Wait,
sure.
we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
We haven't met. You must be Alistair. Don't worry, I'm no mage. Would that make your day worse?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From High Ever. I should have recognized you right away.
Yes,
I apologize.
And you must be Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Is that some sort of a come on? Let's get on with it then. Oh, pleased to meet you. My name is Ariadne.
Right, that was the name.
Yes, that was.
You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
You want more women in the Wardens, do you? Probably because we're too smart for you. How about you stop thinking of me as a woman? Probably because we're too smart for you.
True, but if you're here, what does that make you?
Eager to get going.
All right, fair enough. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was that about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Let's see. I thought your name would be Simon. Well, that would be awkward. You are a mage hunter? What's a Templar? You are a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Let's go. You don't have to accompany me, do you? What about the other recruits? Well, I look forward to traveling with you. Actually, I do. He's, very amusing.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Macduff. Alright, is that another level up, or is that just referring to this level up? I think it's just referring to this level up. Oh, maybe not. No, it is indeed. Alright. Back to Duncan. Ah yes, I've got to get used to spotting the very subtle arrow.
You found Alistair, did you?
No!
Good.
Oh,
I assume
here
you're
he
ready
is.
to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
And this here is Daveth, a fellow from Denerim.
Charmed, m'lady.
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Now, I would bother to learn your names, the two of you, but I've got this odd feeling you're not going to be around for very long. I am Ariadne, but you're not going to need that.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Can't I just get 1 extra large vial? And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What, I'm incapable of doing it myself? Find the archives and 3 vials of blood, understood. What kind of scrolls are these? Well, the flat, long ones that are rolled onto sticks. And what if they are no longer there? Ooh, foreshadowing. Is that part of our joining too? Yes, we're going to wrap you in scrolls and dip you in blood. How often will we find this? How will we find this archive? Well, let's get moving. Find the archive and 3 vials of blood, understood.
The scrolls contain treaties promising support.
I didn't ask.
Treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Now, I must say that Duncan, standing that close to that fire in steel armor, is just asking for a really rude surprise when he sits down. Anyway, onward! Now at this point, I suppose I could go through everybody's inventory and make sure they're all armored up a bit and what have you. Well, particularly Alistair. I suppose we could give him the nicer shield. He's going to be around for a bit. But I think he's getting a power-up, is he, for all the same kind of armor? No, that shows up over here. And this is a longsword. Let's see, 7, 7, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, plus 1 damage, plus 4. Well, we'll give him the family sword, and we will give him the family shield. Just to top him up a bit. And there we go, what's this? Item set bonus. Matching equipment is providing an item set bonus. I gather that's just the sword and shield, unless that happens to match his armor for some reason. And the other guys can go with whatever they came with. Sure. Alright, onward.
Hail! I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Right. So, scratch out that thing saying we were going to be reckless. Yeah, let's try and get a little better look at the... Oop, no, not quite that good. There we go.
We're being attacked by a shawl. Brute! I see.
So there we go. I suppose, well, it sounds like I should probably turn the music down a little bit. I'd noticed in the previous video that it was a bit quiet, but that was just between fights. And I'd forgotten that it really kind of kicks up the volume when you get inside a fight.
Lovely.
And it might be worth turning everything down, I suppose.
And so I shall.
I can see that I'm going to have a lot of trouble commentating during a fight if I don't do that. So let's do that quickly. Actually, I will. I'll turn off Frap so you don't have to watch me mess around. Okay, we'll retry. We will try that and see how that does. A letter. Now I can't remember where this stuff goes. Grey Warden's cache. Okay, those are our... You found a corpse near the entrance to the Kukari Wilds. A letter on the corpse details a path through the wilds that should lead to the place where the deceased is meant to meet his father. Consult the note, A Letter to Jogby, for more information. And I'm assuming the note is in here somewhere, is it? Notes. Well, it's not there. It's probably in quest related. Indeed. My dear son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wild, so I hoped to get a grip on that before you arrived and maybe establish an agreement with the local tribe so that we had friends when you came. Oh, that sounds like a brilliant idea. What could possibly go wrong? When you reach the wilds, you find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to the location I've scouted out, where I've left some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot, and I'll find you. Okay, and I'm not going to bother reading the rest of that. I do, of course, know where that stuff is.
Over here.
Over where? Hello? Dying soldier. Oh, it's never good when the little texty thing floating over your head says dying soldier.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please, help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try to bandage him up, at least. We don't have time for this. Let's go. We can take you back.
If you just bandage me up, I
alright.
can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
I never told you to use
Thank
those.
you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you
For the
know?
Horde!
I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
Well, let's discuss this thing about you thinking you're not a coward first. Overcoming these dangers is part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Right. Onward then. Is there anything up this way? I seem to remember a way to tell. Yeah, okay. So instead of using the mini-map, if you use the full map, you're able to really easily see which areas you visited, which I really like. That's what I remember.
Lovely.
It's kind of concerning that some section of my brain is devoted solely to remembering where every single piece of elf root is located in Dragon Age Origins.